All right, first kayak of the year. It's sunny and 63 degrees. A bit windy. Don't think I'll get too far out on the lake. There's enough trees right here that blocks the wind. But yeah, good to be out on the water and on March 3rd. Through the channel. Getting windier now that there's not as many trees out here. Probably won't make it far on the lake. I see a few white caps, which is not too fun in this kayak. Just get out as far as we can and then turn back around and come back in. I was gonna bring my fishing pole. Brought all my gear, all my tackle, everything I need, and I left the fishing pole back at home. So I don't think I would have made it too far out on the lake anyway, because it's so windy, and I also don't know where my anchor is, so I would have been drifting all over the lake. Wouldn't have been a very fun fishing experience. But hopefully get out here within the next week, because pike season ends in a little less than 2 weeks, on the 15th of March, and it's March 3rd right now. So hopefully get out here and get some pike before the season ends. And especially since there was no ice fishing this year. Never enough ice. Go up here around this point. Probably turn around before wind picks up again. I'm going into the wind, so going back into the channel is not going to be bad at all. Wind's not too bad right now. Oh, there's a gust. Picked up a little bit. There it is. I don't know if I'm going to make it around this point right now. Wow. Yeah, that's far enough. Let the wind drive us back a little bit. All right, back in the channel. That was a quick trip. Just too windy out there. Right now it's not too bad, but it just keeps gusting. Some geese over there that are hardly even making progress because it's so windy. They're flying into the wind. Yeah, back here in the channel it's just a little bit of breeze kind of pushing me a little bit, and not paddling too much. But yeah, great to be back out on the lake. One of my favorite things about coming out here in the spring is, besides just being back out on the water after not being on the water for a long time, is how little the vegetation has grown in, or how much it's receded just from the winter. Probably a little less this year because barely had any ice, but I really just love looking in the water as I'm paddling around, either on the kayak or the stand-up paddleboard. Stand-up's nice because you're higher up above the water and you can see down in the water better. You got a better angle. It's hard to fish from. much easier in the kayak. Seeing in the water, and then, you know, once it warms up more and the fish start coming up, seeing a lot more activity, and just yeah, seeing all the life in here, and even above the water, all the life just returning from winter, the birds coming back, sandhills, the geese. I love seeing the sandhills. We have 3 mating pairs on this lake. Pretty consistently there's been 6 of them, and I haven't seen them yet. I heard them earlier, so hopefully get to see them, because I feel like once the sandhills are back, then I feel like that means spring has really started. I love those sandhills, and they're not too skittish. I can kind of drift up to them, not too close. I don't want to, you know, harass them or frighten them, but just to kind of paddle up and drift close to them and just observe them and just watch them. This channel is really nice too. Nothing really grows in here because so many boats come through here, and vegetation doesn't really get a chance to take hold, and I think the water's swift enough through here that it's hard for much to grow. But yeah, this is a nice place anytime really. Right now it's nice because it's blocking a lot of the wind. There's just enough wind just to give me a little push, and I can drift. And it's also nice in the summer because you got all the shade after being out on the open water, and it's a nice sandy bottom too, and so it's a nice place to like get out, walk around, go in the water all the way to cool off after being just in the complete sun for however long I've been out there, hours or whatever. And just it's natural. Like, there's just trees, and sometimes you see deer in here. Peaceful. Oh, yes, I was hoping they'd be right here. The sandhills are almost always right as the channel opens up, right here on the mill pond side. Here, I will, they're right over there. I'll turn the camera around and point them over there, and then hopefully get some shots of them with my big lens. Yes, first sandhills of the season, of the year. Some sandhills right there. Love seeing those sandhills. They kind of went back in the reeds. Hopefully I got some shots with my long lens that come out okay. I had to shoot through the reeds a lot. It was kind of hard to focus, but they're also, this is the other side, and they're right through there. Usually build a nest right here. This is a specific pair. There's another pair that builds a nest further out on the lake. But yeah, it's so common to see them right there, right as you come out of the channel, coming back into the mill pond. Here, get my long lens out again and see if I can get a better shot of them. Back on the pond now. A little bit windy out here still, but not bad. I'm gonna just drift out here for a while and head back in. Hopefully get back out here before pike season ends. Actually, remember my pole this time.